Hello and welcome to Moments of Faith. Again, I thank you for tuning in and taking the time to listen to these. And my prayer is that they will be an encouragement and a help to you. Today I'm going to be in Psalms 119 verse 71. And I'm reading this because have you ever had any trouble? Anything in your life that has come into your life and it just kind of blindsides you, and at first you may not know how to handle it or how to respond to it. Well, I want to give you the great revelation and the great response. He says here, "It is good for me that I have been afflicted." What a great revelation that is. It's been good for me that I've been afflicted. How many of us think it's good when something bad happens to you? But here, the Word of God tells us it's been good for me that I've been afflicted. And why would that be? Let's look at the great revelation and let's look at the great response. That I might learn thy statutes. Now, sometimes the only way we can listen to the Word of God or learn from the Word of God, I'm not talking about going through the motions. Yeah, this thing's happened bad to me. God's providence and He's working, and so I'm just going to go with the flow. That's not what He's telling us here. He's telling us that we can live life and live it abundantly. We can still have joy in the midst of problems and sorrows that come into our life. And the Bible tells us that man is full of sorrow and full of troubles. And so we know that, but how do we respond to it? Is our response like that it's been good for me? When God reveals something that's happened to us in life, we can say, God, why is this happening to me? Or we can get down on ourselves and think that we've done something bad. No, God allows things to happen in our lives so that we might learn about Him. That's how we know Him, is through this book. And we might learn His statutes. See, trouble comes into our life and we may not even pay any attention to God. Can you imagine the weeks and days before something happens to you, you're going about life not even thinking about God, probably. I know I do. And then something happens and immediately it draws my mind and heart back to God. That's the revelation. God's trying to get a hold of us, trying to get our attention because He wants a relationship with us. He doesn't want it ho-hum. He wants an abundant relationship, and sometimes the only way we can find God is through trouble. And we begin to listen to Him and see what's going on in our life, and we can say that I might learn His statutes so we can be taught. You know, if you've ever had children, sometimes they don't do right, and then we discipline them. Why? Because we hate them? No. The Bible said if you don't discipline your children, you hate them. If you love them, you'll discipline. So when God allows things to happen in our lives, it's because He loves us. He's drawing us to Himself that we might learn something about God. And I hope today, whatever you're going through, that you'd look at it and say, God, I want to learn about You. And get in His Word and see how He speaks to you and listen for His still small voice in your life as He speaks comfort and truth into your life. You know why? He said, I'll never leave you or forsake you. He's with you today. What a great revelation. What a great response. God bless you and thank you for listening.